What's going on, people? This is Ardcore with Ardcore Gaming, member of Sway2EZ, and today I bring you the second video of my Search and Destroy series. Now, if you want to, you can go ahead and click on the picture that just appeared on the bottom left side of the screen. That picture will take you to the first video of my Search and Destroy series. Now, just in case you are tuning in for the first time, what I'm going to be doing is go through two maps and show you where to plant the bomb at the two locations within each map, along with a little something on the side that I like to do. Now, if you like what you see, click that like button, as I appreciate the support, but what do you say we go ahead and jump right in? The footage you are about to watch was created within a controlled environment. You as the viewer may or may not be able to perform these actions within a live setting. The actions performed within this video are merely suggestions, and you as the viewer may or may not choose to utilize them within your own gameplay. If you happen to hear a monkey laughing within this video, please disregard it, as it is more than likely your inner animal begging to escape. You may feel the urge to climb trees and eat weird stuff. This is normal. Either way, as always, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, the first map we're going to be on is Carrier, and the spawn locations are as follows. This one right here, that's in the back of the ship near the fire truck. And then the other side where the helipad is, or if you don't think of the helipad, you can think of the helicopters. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do, obviously, is grab the bomb and decide which location you're going to want to go to. And that could be determined by how the other team is how aggressive they are. You want to kind of avoid this middle area right here, because that's where a lot of people tend to congregate, hang out, camp, whatever you want to call it. Now, beyond these jets is where the other team's spawn is, so they could be sitting there waiting for you to come to this one. Either way, you have to take the chances. So the area I want to go through is walking down here. I like to walk around the box on the right side rather than the left, because as you can see, there's the tower up there that people will tend to hang out at and shoot you from. And so I kind of like to sneak around corners. That's just how I am. Now, here at the bomb site, the location that I like to use is right here, this little circle on the ground. It's probably the most visible area that you could possibly use. And so let's go ahead and go into locations where you could stand while the bomb is planted. One of the areas is right here. You are kind of hidden. You can see the bomb site area. You do have to worry about that side right there, because that's where the enemies do spawn, so they're probably hanging out there waiting for you to get into that spot. And also people could be hanging out right up there as well, waiting for you to hide in that spot. And then the other location is going to be right here, right next to the stairwell. You can kind of kneel down. You can kind of see the bomb site there. And where you're going to plant the bomb, you can easily see the person doing it. It's a good location if you're kneeling down, because the people in the tower cannot see you. Now, moving upstairs, you can hang out in that tower if you wanted to. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. The reason why I wouldn't recommend it is because people could come right through this doorway right here and you wouldn't even hear them. Or they could just throw a bomb in there, or not bomb, sorry, C4 or grenade, and you're just pretty much screwed. Now, the next spot's going to be right here on top of these planes. You want to avoid being on these planes as much as possible if you can, because you are left open. But look at the spot. You lay down in the prone, you can see right where you plant the bomb, right on top. And unless they're looking up, they're not going to see you. The bad part about being there is that, one, the tower, they could probably see you. And two, if people get up onto the planes, they'll see you and they can kind of sneak up on you. They could utilize these stairways or stairwells over here, right here, this one right here, and this one right here. But it's kind of a chance you're going to have to take. Now, jumping onto this jet down here, another spot you could use is right here in the corner. You don't want to be in this spot right here. I mean, yes, you can see over there, but the problem is people in the tower can see you. So what you're going to want to do is kind of sneak back a little bit. And there. Now, unless they're up on the console, they're not going to see you in the tower, and you can kind of still sit there. You do have to avoid, keep an eye out for people going down the stairway or underneath the plane if they're coming from the other side, but as you can see, you can't see them unless you get up on the console. And so, you could use any of these areas. It's really up to you. You could always come up with your own. If you come up with any that are really nice, I'd love to see them. Shoot me a video comment or shoot me a comment. Either way, I greatly appreciate it. Now, planting the bomb. After you plant the bomb, what I like to do is plant C4 within it. Reason being, it's kind of hidden. As you can see right there, it isn't. I kind of messed up in where I put it, but it's kind of hidden, and I like to throw shock charges to mess with people. People don't like the shock charges because it's pretty much it's a guaranteed death if someone's watching. But I like to do it and shoot it. The whole point is to win the game, right? And so, yeah, putting the C4 inside the case, it's hard to see, so if someone's planting the bomb from behind, they're not going to see the C4. And so you could easily, if you're watching them, just blow them up if you wanted to. And this is the location I decided to go ahead and lay down in, because it's my favorite of all the ones I showed you. And you can sit there and watch someone's planting, shoot them, and there you go. And so, again, you can choose to use these. If you want to, you have to bear in mind the planting time. And so you may not want to necessarily look for the spot in the middle of an actual live match, but that's what these type of little modes are for, you know, for you to practice and figure out what you're going to do. The whole point is for you to get better, right? But now moving on to the next bomb site. This area right here, people tend to hang out at and camp, I guess, and watch down the other end, towards this bomb site that we're going to be going to. Now, as you can see, they'll be kind of doing this, kind of peeking their head over, watching down in the distance. This is a good spot to use a sniper rifle if you wanted to. But let's go ahead and move to the location. Now, moving to the location, something you want to bear in mind is that there's probably someone there camping, waiting for you to show up to plant the bomb. So you have to keep that in mind. You want to verify that there's no one around before you actually plant. Now, when you go up to the planting area for this bomb site, I like to use, again, this little circle area. It's the most visible for this location, I believe. And so after you plant, then go ahead and move to your location where you're going to want to sit there and watch. You can use this ramp area if you wanted to. Not a whole lot of people use it, but the more and more we move on, the more they might be used. You kind of want to avoid this bottom helipad down there, because if you decide to jump off this ramp, you will die, so keep that in mind. So you can just stay here and watch, and if someone's planting the bomb, you can, or not planting, I'm sorry, defusing, you can go ahead and kill them. Then there's not really a whole lot of other areas you can kind of hang out over here. It is kind of left in the open. You could use this spot if you wanted to, but you have to bear in mind there's probably someone coming behind you. And you could use this area inside here, but you don't get instant view of the bomb site, so you kind of have to strafe left and right and hope that someone's going to be there planting. And someone could be coming through this doorway as well, that back door where you're trying to watch the bomb site. You could hang out here if you wanted to, but you're kind of close to the bomb site, so I do believe you would die if it explodes on you. You could kind of hang out over here if you wanted to by the broken down plane. Only problem is you don't get to see the bomb site, but you could kind of kill people as they're running to it if you wanted to. Go ahead and plant the bomb real quick. And again, I'm going to utilize C4 and the shock charges.
Charges set.
That's a little bit better, the location within the briefcase there. And the spot that I'm going to hang out at while we're watching is going to be right here. If you really wanted to, you could pull out your crossbow. And after you say you didn't kill him with your C4, pull out your crossbow there, you could easily just shoot them from there. The crossbow, explode them. Kind of like using crossbows anyway. Hang out there if you wanted to. People could be hanging out behind you. But yeah. So hopefully these tips help you out on carrier. Not going to say they will, but if they work, great. If you have any other good tips, I'd like to see them. But let's go ahead and move on to the next map, which is going to be drone. And the spawn locations in drone are going to be right here in the little jungle area, or all the way on the other side where the buildings are. Alright, let's go ahead and move to our first bomb site.
Neutralize the objective. Bomb acquired.
Alright, again, you always want to make sure that there's no one hanging around, and you can make the determination on which bomb site you're going to want to go to first, but I'm going to go to the one that's actually inside the drone assembly line. The reason being is that I have something else to show you at the very end for the second bomb site. Now, you kind of want to avoid running across this bridge right off the bat because the enemy's going to be spawning at that other side, obviously. So they'll be sitting there waiting for you to run across this bridge. You're wide open. You can get sniped very easy. So this is kind of an area you want to avoid. If you want to, you can go ahead and run down the bottom location that's near where you spawned at. Now, of course, when you get inside the location or the vicinity of where the bomb is, or the bomb site, you want to verify that there's no one hanging around. They could be hiding underneath the stairwell. They could be hiding upstairs. They could be hiding anywhere around here, really, to be honest with you. So you want to be very careful when you're getting to the bomb site. Now, the bomb site location I'm going to choose is going to be round on that left side. The reason being is, again, I think it's the most visible. And so, if you think another one's visible, you could use that one. But I think this is the best location. And so when you plant the bomb, the locations you can kind of hang out at are going to be probably in this room. You can see where you planted the bomb, but you do have to be aware that people will be coming from behind you. Another location could be, if you really wanted to, right here, but then you have to watch out for people coming through the windows, coming through over here. This could be the location you wanted to hang out as well. Again, you get a good clean view of where the bomb's planted. You could hide underneath the stairwell. I wouldn't recommend doing this because it's kind of in the wide in the open from all different angles. You could hang out right here if you really wanted to. It's not easily as seen, but you don't get a good clean view of where you planted the bomb. This kind of gives you a good clean view of the bomb location as well. So you have a good amount of areas you can kind of hang out at if you wanted to. You could be the person that decides which one you're going to want to use, but let's go ahead and plant the bomb real quick as far over from it as we can so that you get the cleanest view of the person that's going to be defusing it. That way they're easier to kill.
Charges set.
Again, C4. Actually, I like that. That's planted that a lot better. Want some shock charges around it. And then head to the location you're going to want to sit there and watch the bomb. I'd avoid kind of being here. I mean, yes, you do get a good clean view, but people could be running from behind there. Jump onto the bomb here real quick. Yeah, buddy. Alright, let's get away so we don't die. See someone defusing it, you can blow them up real quick. And there you go. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed those bomb locations for that one. Now on to the next site.
Hardcore search and destroy. Clear the objective.
Okay, now this location is not the easiest to, I guess, guard. The reason being is that it's in the nice little cave pathway, and so you don't have a whole lot of room to watch it, or I guess distance. Now one area I do like is this bush right here. You can kind of lay down on the prone, and you could sit there and watch people as they're going by and kill them off. Now this is not near the bomb location, but it's a good area if you want to get some kills. As you go around the corner where I just shot that window, you want to keep an eye out for that because they could be sitting there waiting for you. And the bomb location's down here to the left. Now as you're going down here, bear in mind there could be someone already there or someone right here at that stairwell. A good location for you to be in here could be right here. Not a whole lot of, as you can see right here, not a whole lot of area where you could be. You have to take your chances with this bomb site. And so right here is going to be the area that I would choose to plant the bomb. Reason being, it's kind of in the bushes there, it's kind of hidden, and it's the most visible area from both sides. Now, I like to plant C4 on the roof here, and I will show you why a little bit later on. Plant the shock charges in here, they won't be as visible. I'm sure they're going to hear them, but they'll be less visible. Now, this would be the location I'd probably choose. Sit there and watch. You have to keep an eye for that stairwell. You could kind of lay here if you really wanted to. I wouldn't recommend you kind of in the open pathway there. Someone could be running behind you and killing you. From this side, you don't get a good, clean view of the bomb location, so you could plant it on the other side if you wanted to. The C4 trick will still work if you plant it right above it. But yeah, so take your chances with this one. Hope what I showed you works, but now I'm going to show you why I planted the C4 up on the roof. The C4 is on the roof because it's a hidden spot and it makes it easier for you to kill the enemy as they're defusing the bomb. So that's what this footage is going to be. And so I hope the tips helped you out a whole lot. I greatly appreciate you watching my video. Please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have yourself a wonderful day.
We lost that round, but it's not